How old are you all?
I'm 29.
Okay. So what in the world?
Millions of people call Dave Ramsey every year. Most of them think they have a math problem. Dave Ramsey knows something they don't. Channing is not alone. Dave Ramsey takes calls like this every single week. Different name, different city, same story. And every single time, he does the same thing in the first 2 minutes. Watch what he does.
Is there recognition on both of your parts how absurd this situation is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is.
Right.
So I think we're both a bit scared and want to do anything we can to avoid.
Okay, great. Then I'm on your team. I can skip that step. Okay, good. Okay, well, you're scared, and you should be. You're disgusted, and you should be.
We are.
You're in the early stages of being sick and tired, and you should be. So,
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you guys have been living at across the board, from your education choices to your car purchases to your whatever. You've been living at about 10x where you're going to get to live for the next 3 years.
Okay. Yep, that's true.
So
Most financial advisors would open a spreadsheet right now. Dave does the opposite. He spent his own 20s doing exactly what Channing did, borrowed everything, built fast, lost everything. He went bankrupt at 26. So when he says he's on your team, he means it differently than it sounds.
I'm getting ready to destroy your life as you know it. Because your lifestyle is considerably above your extremely good income. And has been for a period of time. And so you've gotten used to spending like you're in Congress.
Right.
This is going to be very emotional for y'all. And you're going to have to look at it through that lens and through a spiritual lens, or you're not going to make it. You're going to have to not care what anyone thinks, including each other, because you're not going to spend any money on anything ever for the next 3 years. Like you've been let's pretend you're making $210, and I know you just got married, but let's pretend you'd been doing this as a couple as you went along. You've been making $210, spending $310. I'm getting ready to put you on 30.
Okay.
You're not going to see the inside of a restaurant unless it's your extra job, where you're waiting on some of the people you work with during the day.
Notice Dave's not giving her a spreadsheet. He's not running the numbers. He's talking about what it's going to feel like. Because he already knows the math isn't the problem, the behavior is. Channing didn't end up with $1 million in debt because she couldn't do arithmetic. She ended up there because she kept making the next decision without looking at the last one. Dave sees this every single week. Sometimes the call is about student loans. Sometimes it's a car payment.
So how old are you, 28?
No, sir, I'm 39.
Okay. Because you're out of freaking control, dude. I mean, you know that, right?
Yes, I know that.
Okay.
I know that. And this just happened within the last couple of years. You know, back when I got these vehicles.
Okay, so here's what I would do. Here's what I would do. The car that was $1,100 was insanity. It's gone. What was that car worth?
It's worth about maybe $37,000 because I kept up with it.
Okay, and you only owed 20. You only owed 27 of them.
Correct.
Have you talked to them? Have you talked to them about what? Have you talked to them about what it takes to get it back?
Yes. Yes. In fact, I just talked to them a few.
What's the deal?
They want $3,500.
That's all.
Get it out.
That's all.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you put $3,500 in, you turn around and sell the truck, you make $10,000 of your, and you get your $3,500 back plus $6,500, right?
Chris makes $175,000 a year. He just had his Cadillac repossessed. He also has a $600 a month work truck, his wife's car, a mortgage, and credit card debt on top of everything. Dave has a line that says it perfectly. You thought you could out-earn your stupidity. This is the version of the story he hears every week with a different name and a different city. It is never an income problem. It is always a behavior problem. Chris is not bad at making money. Chris is just spending more than all of it, and the math always wins eventually.
Here's an idea, parents. Parent. Look at your 18-year-old child and don't look at them like they have any sense. They walk around in adult bodies. They don't have any sense. They don't have any sense. They're going to go 60 and 80 and 120 and $140,000 in debt to get a history degree. And I'm not against history degrees. But for goodness sakes, if you're going to do that, pay for it in cash. So you don't have this hanging around your neck for the rest of your life. So what's she going to do? She's going to have to retool and enter a different field in order to get her income up. Have the backbone, dads, moms, to look at your child and say, no, that course that you're on, that career path that you are tracking, and the amount of debt you're going into.
That rant isn't about student loans. It's about the single belief that shows up in every call Dave takes, that you can borrow money today and figure out the payments later. The student loan is just the most institutionalized version of that belief. What makes it uniquely dangerous is what Dave keeps coming back to. It never goes away. It survives divorce. It survives disability. It survives a spouse dying young. It will be there when your kid gets sick and you can't afford to take time off. Most debt can eventually be discharged. Student loan debt follows you until you pay it off. That's not a technicality. That's a life sentence. Dave Ramsey's method is 7 steps. Save $1,000. Pay off every debt except your house, smallest to largest. Build 3 to 6 months of expenses and savings. Invest 15% of your income. Save for your kids' college. Pay off your house. Build wealth and give generously. That's it. The steps aren't complicated. What's hard is what Dave told Channing she was about to go through. No restaurants. Beans and rice. Rice and beans. Your friends will think you've lost your mind. Your mother will think you need counseling. You will drive a worse car than people who make a quarter of what you make. And you won't care. That's not something Dave can give you. That's the part you have to decide.